Okay, if we didn't have a three-man militia at that time, but if we did, if I was in that same kind of conditions now with a three-man militia, in the way of justice, in other words, looters, looters would be held at the minimum. Looters could be shot at the maximum. And I'm talking about a tornado. Okay, if they're doing rioting like they did out in California, I wasn't King when King had this rioting over there. I wasn't there. Now, that would have been different. If I had three-man teams at that time, looting would have been shots fired. I would give warning shots so people wouldn't loot. If they still insisted on looting, they would be shot. On something like California, because it's such a big populated area and craziness has gone wild, I would have to. And the reason you do the shooting is the looting turns into rioters turn into looters. And the reason they turn into looters, they turn into animals. And so they don't think real well. And when that time happens, innocent people can be hurt. If they're looting, rioting is borderline innocent people. Once these rioters turn into looters, for sure, they're not innocent. And like I say, if they can loot, they can be violent. They can be violent. Innocent people can be hurt. So I would shoot them. Okay, so that's, and I'm trying to think what else. If these rioters are coming into your house, into your local community, I didn't want to say house because that's home defense. That's another thing. But if rioting and all this stuff is going crazy, and your three-man militia goes into effect to take care of your block, your community, your gated community, or whatever like that, you would have to consider how are you going to do justice. The best is, because it's going to be a short-term thing, is don't be concerned about the justice. Incarcerate, handcuff, tie them, just give them minimum in the way of food and water and shelter, because it's only going to be for a short term. And then some kind of justice will come about, and they'll be able to take them off your hands. You, on the other hand, have a moral responsibility for yourself, your family, your friends, and your local community. So that's why you'd have to take some kind of steps in the short term to stop this violence from happening. So that's something you'd have to consider. A storage container, be a place to lock them up. I say chaining them like animals. That might be the thing. But you got to remember, like I said, all this is going to be for short term. Holding people is not that easy. That's why I'm talking short term now. And so you're just holding them long enough to some kind of authorities will be able to get in your position, come into your area. Like in other words, when the military does show up, when the sheriff department does show up, when somebody shows up, now you can hand them over to them and let them worry about it. You know, I don't know if they're going to put them in, run them through court. Oh yeah, and when you take these people, you need to write down their names, get all the information you can on these people, and or write down what it is that you're holding them for, and witnesses that are going to, they're the ones that you are protecting. In other words, you got these people, they were looting, and the people's house that they were looting, they need to sign saying that they're the witnesses, or whoever saw them doing this stuff. You're the witnesses, and then get it all wrote down. This is what you're going to present to the authorities whenever they take them over. What they're going to happen to them after that, I don't know. They'll probably put them in some kind of a regular court or something, maybe a military tribunal or something like that. I doubt it, because it's just for a short term. Like I say, just for a 2 or 3 day, shit hit the fan kind of situation. Okay. Now, going to the extreme on the other side, when we have martial law, when there is revolution, when there is war. Okay, let me start. In Vietnam, I was in the jungle all the time. I fought military personnel. These are regular military people. I didn't fight the farmers and stuff like that, the Viet Cong. I didn't fight them. I was along the DMZ. I fought regular military. Some were Chinese, some were Vietnamese. They're called, and I'm sure some were Laotian and all this type of stuff. But anyway, they were more considered the North Vietnamese Army. And now, we were ordered to take prisoners. Like I said, I was in the Marines. We're not good on taking prisoners. We're much better on killing people. But we were ordered to take prisoners. And so then we would get in a combat situation, and then when we get done, there might be a handful of people still alive, and we would turn them over to somebody else, and they'd load them up in helicopters, and normally it was the South Vietnamese Army is the one that took care of the interrogation, and we'd turn them over to them, and then they'd load them up in helicopters, and they'd be gone. And I'm sure what they did is they take them back and they torture them and they do all kinds of weird things to them, trying to get information. Okay, and like I say, the Marines were run. That's where I got the idea about the three-man militia. The Marines was run like I put together this concept of the three-man militia. The Marines in combat in Vietnam were in three-man units, and each three-man unit had specialties, and we mixed specialties. So in other words, you would work with your 3-man team, but then you might be off working with another 3-man team. You're going to learn something completely different. And then you come back to your 3-man team. And so that's where I got the idea. Now, and the reason I mention this is we got to the point where some of these people, these military people we were fighting, some were would fight really well. I mean, they put up a good fight. I mean, it's not like these people were deserters or stuff like that. I mean, they, you know, and our 3-man team, we decided, because we knew what happened, we would give these people we captured to the intelligent people, and they would torture them and do all kinds of nasty things to them. And we took it upon ourselves not to take any more prisoners. And so you just got to read between the lines on that. But the thing is, and now this was I was in combat. This was in combat. So it's going to be a little bit different in the way of 3-man militias in long-term SHTF situations such as war, revolution, you know, whatever goes on. And the reason why I set it up, the 3-man militia, the way I did, the biggest reason was because of justice. One person to make that decision on what needs to be done is too hard on that one person. In combat, when you are you pull out your weapons, you're shooting people, and you make decisions at that time, you know, that's one thing. Now, after the shooting's all over, and then you need to make decisions, it's best when you can share that decision making with someone else. That's the 3-man militia stuff.